In July, we went for 2 further Dorset walks. The first was in the Lulworth Army Range. Here's the map. The footpath, marked by the purple dashed lines, have restricted access, but are open at weekends. We began at Tyneham, walked north to the Whiteways Hill, and followed the ridge east to Flowers Burrow. Next, we took the southwest coast path to Kimmeridge Bay, turned north at the oil well, and returned east along the ridge to our start at Tyneham. The village and surrounding area were commandeered by the War Office in 1943 and the villagers were displaced. It was supposed to be temporary, but the army still have it. The army removed the roofs of these cottages. This is a 1929 phone kiosk. The school is preserved as it was when the village was evacuated. The church is also in good repair. We head north from the churchyard to the ridge of the Purbeck Hills. Signs tell us to keep to the footpath. Looking back from the ridge, we see Tyneham and the sections of the coast we shall be walking later. There are even better views from the top of Whiteway Hill. Portland Bill and the Jurassic Coast are to the southwest. To the west is Lulworth Castle, and to the northeast is Poole Harbour. We followed the path down to Flowers Burrow. Lulworth Cove is beyond these cliffs, and to our south is Warborough Toot. There's a handy map, but Dawn knows the way.
So we go down the hill, down to that beach there, and there's Warborough Toot. Then up that hill, all along the cliffs, right to there. There's a big hill there, we come over there, back round, and then cut across the top. Remember it correctly.
The initial gradient was extreme, but eased as we descended. Soon we were on the beach, enjoying the view across Warborough Bay. It was then back to climbing the coast path to Kimmeridge. The cliffs plunged down to the sea. Looking inland, we could see the first half of our walk. We started down there, in the car park at Tyneham. We then climbed up to the ridge there. Along the ridge over Whiteway Hill. Till we reached here, at which point we turned downhill onto the coast path to the beach. And then followed it to here. Here's the cliff we've just walked along. Towards Kimmeridge, the cliffs changed to oil shale. Fence posts hanging in the air is evidence of erosion. The sheep started to follow Dawn as we approached the oil well at Kimmeridge. It was here we turned north and climbed back up to the ridge. Looking back, we see Kimmeridge Bay. Near the high point, we found a sheltered spot for our lunch. From here, we could see Kimmeridge, the chalk cliffs to the west, and Broad Bench to the south. Continuing west along the ridge, we again get splendid views of the coast path with Portland Bill in the distance. After a few minutes on the coast path, we branch north back to Tyneham. Soon we're back at the car park at Tyneham to end our walk. Next day, we did another circular walk from Corfe Castle along the Purbeck Ridge. This walk goes west rather than east along the Purbeck Ridge. We begin by walking from the car park to Corfe Castle and then climbing up over Knowle Hill and Ridgeway Hill. We descend north and then follow the road through East Creech until we meet the Purbeck Way, which we follow back to Corfe Castle. The ruins of the castle tower above us as we leave the town. Soon we begin to climb as we head towards Knowle Hill. In the distance is Ridgeway Hill. To the north are Poole and Wareham. To the south is Church Knowle and the hills above Kimmeridge. Looking back along the Purbeck Ridge, we see Poole Harbour at one side and the ridge stretching east towards Swanage. This is Kimmeridge and the Lulworth Range area where we walked yesterday. Heading north from Ridgeway Hill, we soon meet the metalled road that leads to the small village of East Creech. Here's its duck pond. We fork left after the village and then take the Purbeck Way east towards Northern Farm. After about a mile of walking through the woods, we turn south across the fields and then walk along the foot of the ridge that we followed earlier. It was not long before we glimpsed Corfe Castle and then turned south to head back to the town. And here we are, back at the start of our walk.